Faith. It's a word we hear often, a concept often discussed. But what does it truly mean to have faith? Faith is more than just belief. It is the unwavering trust in something you cannot see. It is the conviction that even when things seem impossible, God can make a way. Faith is the bedrock of hope, the light that guides us through the darkest storms. When doubt creeps in, faith is the anchor that keeps us steady. It reassures us that we are never alone in our struggles, that a higher power is always with us. Faith is not passive, it is a call to action. It empowers us to step out of our comfort zones and face our challenges head-on. It gives us the strength to persevere, knowing that victory is on the other side of our struggles. Faith is the key that unlocks the impossible, the force that transforms lives. It is through faith that we tap into a power greater than ourselves, a power that can move mountains and make a way where there seems to be none.
When we talk about faith, we're talking about hope. Hope for a brighter tomorrow, hope for healing, hope for breakthroughs. Faith is the foundation upon which we build our hope. Life can throw unexpected challenges our way. We face disappointments, setbacks, and moments that test our very core. But even in the midst of these trials, faith whispers a message of hope. It reminds us that this too shall pass, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Faith doesn't deny the reality of our struggles. It empowers us to see beyond them. It reminds us that God is in control, and He has a plan for our lives, a plan filled with hope and a future brighter than we can imagine.
Faith and courage are intertwined. To have faith is to be courageous, to face the unknown with confidence and determination. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. When we choose faith, we are choosing courage. We are choosing to believe in the unseen, to trust in the promises of God. This takes courage, the courage to step out in faith, knowing that we may face opposition or uncertainty. Every step of faith is a step of courage. It is a declaration that we will not be defined by our circumstances, but by our faith in God's ability to see us through. Courage is not a one-time decision. It is a daily choice. It is a choice to keep going even when things get tough, to trust in God's plan even when we don't understand it.
Throughout history, countless individuals have faced seemingly insurmountable challenges. What set them apart was their unwavering faith, their belief that with God all things are possible. Consider the story of David facing Goliath, a young shepherd boy against a mighty warrior. The odds were stacked against him, yet David's faith in God was unshakable. He knew that his strength came not from his own abilities, but from the power of the God he served. David's faith fueled his courage, allowing him to face the impossible and emerge victorious. This story, though ancient, holds a timeless message. It reminds us that no challenge is too big, no obstacle too great when we place our trust in God. When we face our own giants, remember David's courage. Remember that with faith, even the impossible becomes possible.
David's victory over Goliath is a powerful testament to the transformative power of faith. It teaches us that our limitations do not define us, but our faith in God does. David's faith was not blind optimism, it was rooted in a deep understanding of God's character. He knew that God was his protector, his deliverer, his source of strength. When Goliath taunted him, David's response was one of unwavering faith. He declared, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." David's faith was not in his own abilities, but in the power of God. This is the key to facing our own giants, to shift our focus from the problem to the power of God. David's story is a source of inspiration for us all, reminding us that no matter how big the challenge, God is bigger.
Section 6. Modern Miracles, Faith in Action. Though the story of David is thousands of years old, the power of faith is still evident today. We see modern-day miracles, stories of healing, deliverance, and breakthrough, all testaments to the fact that God is still working in our world. People who were once facing insurmountable odds now stand as living testimonies to the transformative power of faith. Their stories remind us that God is still in the miracle-working business. These stories are not limited to any one culture, background, or denomination. They are universal reminders that faith knows no bounds, and that God's love and power are available to all who believe. The God who parted the Red Sea, the God who raised Jesus from the dead, He is the same God who is working in our lives today. He is still answering prayers, still performing miracles, still making a way where there seems to be none.
Section 7. Your challenges, your triumphs. Each of us faces our own unique set of challenges. Some may be small and seemingly insignificant, while others may loom large, casting a shadow over our lives. But no matter the size or nature of our challenges, one thing remains constant. God is with us. He has not abandoned us to our struggles, but promises to walk with us every step of the way. Take a moment to reflect on the challenges you're facing today. What are the giants in your life? What are the situations that seem impossible, the obstacles that feel insurmountable? Remember, you are not alone in this fight. God is on your side, and He wants to see you victorious. He wants to empower you to overcome every obstacle, to experience breakthrough in every area of your life.
Section 8. Embrace faith. Embrace courage. Choosing faith is a choice to embrace courage. It is a decision to trust in God's plan even when we don't understand it, to believe in His promises even when we don't see them fulfilled yet. It's about taking that first step of faith, even if it's a small one. It's about choosing to believe that God is working behind the scenes, even when we can't see it. Embrace the courage to face your challenges head on, knowing that you are not alone in this fight. God is with you, and He will never leave you nor forsake you. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. Choose faith, choose courage, and watch as God does extraordinary things in your life.
Section 9. A life transformed. When we choose to live a life of faith, we open ourselves up to a life transformed. We experience the peace that surpasses all understanding, the joy that comes from knowing we are loved unconditionally. Faith is not a magic formula that erases all our problems. It is a relationship with God that empowers us to face them with strength and hope. It is in the midst of our trials that our faith is refined, our character is strengthened, and our dependence on God grows deeper. Embrace the power of faith. Face your challenges with courage, knowing that with God, all things are possible. Let faith be the compass that guides you, the anchor that holds you steady, and the light that illuminates your path.